What's going on, everybody? This is Donnie Blanks for Real Gym, Real Talk. We got Henri Skiba, and we got a host of gentlemen in here. Hope you guys dig it today. Take it away.
All right, listen, man. I look forward to all week to come here and talk with Donnie. And I notice, man, I probably wear the same damn shirt every time. Every time I see him, you got a new Real Gym shirt on. How many you got, Donnie? You have what about?
We got
50
tons
colors?
of apparel. You know, I'm trying to get this apparel going. And,
I like that. And what does it say? The Real Gym? I can't see the bottom of it.
Powerlifting apparel. Yeah.
Powerlifting apparel. Now that says it right, man, because this is what we talk about is powerlifting. We're not into CrossFit. We're not into any other bullshit. We're into moving weights. That's all there is to it. Now, listen, I'm going to go to the right and move over, talking to different people. And the first person I'm going to pull over is my friend Josh. Josh, give a wave, hand wave. All right? Josh and his friend Matt. And I want to talk to him. First of all, he's a real powerlifter. He squats 600 raw, easy. And he invented a new bar. I was involved with the Mars bar, bringing it out. And this cat came up with a great idea. And I'm lucky enough to have him come and, as I say, Henri, I want your opinion. And he showed it to me, and I said, holy shit, you got a winner. And this guy, I must have had, I don't know how many winners over time, but damn, did I have a chance to produce him? Not yet. And this young man is taking it out there and doing the whole thing with him. Matt, who do you live with Josh?
Yeah, I'm just kind of starting my journey and everything, but all inspired by this guy right here.
Yeah, we're all starting a journey. I'm starting another journey.
Yeah.
I'm 62. I don't know. All right, let's move over to Roland. This guy looks like he do bodybuilding or powerlifting. Either one doesn't matter, man. He owns a real hardcore gym, and I found him. I was seeing him doing some writing, and he looks like the stuff that Donnie writes. No bullshit, real talk, real attitude. Tell me about your gym, Roland.
My gym is pretty small. We've been open about a year now. A lot of what I do is powerlifting. I got a lot of guys that are going after records. I myself hold a few records. But a lot of what I'm doing is trying to get these young kids in here, So my clientele is primarily junior high and high school kids, athletes that are in their off season. Just trying to get them a little stronger, really build up the confidence in these kids, and just get them after their goals, really, more than anything else.
You're going to talk to Donnie that he got a real youth program, and I'm sure different people up here have it. But let me move it over. We'll get, do everything, talk about what you're doing, and he looks good as hell. Let's move over to my buddy Phil. I've known Phil forever. He's always been strong, and he's still. How old are you? Like 48 or no? He's one of the different guys. Almost my crew. How old are you, Phil?
58.
58, and he's still rocking. I'm telling him, get his ass in a contest again, because at 198 you did how much, Phil?
720 at 200, 800.
That's 4 times body weight. You got to realize how impressive that is, man. Man, I like your gym over there. I see some nice pictures in the background. Man, I hope I come there and maybe.
Yeah, this is my home garage, and I have an outdoor gym outside. So
really?
we do a bunch of athletes and different things.
What do you call your gym?
Muscle Beach, Florida.
Muscle Beach, Florida. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's
what about
that's yellow and orange?
I like the yellow and orange. Mine's yellow and black.
The sun,
Oh, I got it.
You got it.
I got it. I'm just about retarded, man, but I got it. Roland, what do you call your place?
My Wilder Wellness over here.
Oh, Wilder Wellness.
Right. My last name's Wilder, so it just works.
Yeah, no, I know. I found you, first of all. I thought you were related to my friend Robbie Wilder.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, big dude, man. He played for Carteret. He used to just run over people. He was about 6'4", about 300 then. He was a fullback. I mean, that's a hell of a fullback coming at you.
Yeah, it's a big fullback.
He was related to the Hawks brothers. They were just incredible in Carteret. But let's bring it back to Donnie. Donnie's the one that runs the show. And Donnie, listen to what you have to say. No, listen, man. You're the man.
No, I don't run the show. I'm a part of the show. We all run the show.
I know that, man. But listen, this guy's just, he's fluid. He's smooth. I call him silky, man, because when he gets on, man, it's just smooth.
Now, I want to talk about the bar that he came up with, and that's what is, ingenuity. That's the key. You know what I mean? The Mars bar, that's caught on like wildfire. Right. But I want to hear more about the bar that he came up with, because that's where it is, the youth. And it reminds me of the days back in the day when I was training with you guys, many eons ago, over 30 years ago. I always tell people stuff that comes to the forefront was in the experimental stages in these type of hardcore spots that we came out of. It's a lot of stuff that come out of these hardcore environments that people never know. And I'd like to hear more about that bar.
That's why, because I wanted to get you to Donnie, because man, I want you to get that world record at my contest more than anything, man. Because I was training with him before, and I've just seen some of the numbers he put up, and man, he's rocking it still crazy ass strong. So I want to learn more from the deadlift, so I came to him. So Josh, let's tell about the bar a little bit.
All right. So first off, Matt's here as my legal counsel because we still got patent pending on a lot of stuff.
Oh, okay.
So he's going to give me the nod on what we can say and what we can't.
Gotcha.
But I'll give you a nutshell. So Donnie Thompson had that, what is it? I don't give a shit about your squat program. And basically it's a 6-week program where you alternate accommodating resistance. So I went from like 605 to 670 in a loose pair of briefs doing that in 12 weeks. So I was like, wow, there's something really here with the accommodating resistance. And one of the weeks in the program has you use a cambered bar. So we'd always drape the band over the plates. And when you got 2 guys, heavy band tension, it starts to get really hard and difficult to get all these bands on there.
Right.
So I was kind of thinking, like, why has nobody developed a bar that allows you to alternate accommodating resistance set to set, workout to workout? And that's kind of where we came up with it. So basically we made a bar that you can alternate the accommodating resistance. We're talking bands, chains, weight releasers by yourself in a matter of minutes. You can move it, from one portion of the bar to the other, and you can calculate where the resistance at in each part of the lift. So you can load the top end of your squat, the bottom end of your squat, wherever you're having trouble. If you're having a hard time coming out of the hole or you're tipping forward in the squat, you can adjust the accommodating resistance to kind of help you work through any range of motion.
Did you name the bar yet? Did you call it the Skiba's Gym Bar? Is that what you called it?
Yeah, we've got a loose title. We're still we're not trademarked yet, so we're keeping that under wraps.
Okay, I understand.
With you guys.
Yeah, be careful with that, definitely. Yeah.
But yeah, so
Phil, man, Phil will squat a fucking ton with it.
So basically, we just thought, like, especially you guys have probably lifted obviously against bands and chains, being really strong guys, and you just notice that there's so many variables when you're trying to work with, obviously accommodating resistance. And we were like, well, you have all these specialty bars out there, right? You have the Mars bar, which is a phenomenal bar. You have the Duffalo bar. You have the Buffalo bar, the safety squat. But all those bars displace the weight differently, but they only have the one accommodating resistance option. We wanted to give the lifter multiple options on one bar for limitless possibilities. You could work on it for years with different combinations and never experience the same stimulus.
It's crazy what's going through my head visualizing this. I was like, it's one of those things you're like, how did I not think of that?
Yeah.
That's what my first concern was when we filed the patent. I'm like, somebody, there's a lot of smart people out there who are a lot smarter than I am. They've got to have figured this out, but as we looked, there's nothing like it. So it's pretty unique,
Congratulations.
Oh, listen, I can't wait to see it, get one, because I'm telling you, son, I'm going to push the hell out of it. Because
we're working through it. We're trying to get it out there as soon as humanly possible, get it to the masses.
This I got to tell you about. I showed to Rob Rivera, who's one of the greatest raw squatters I know right now. He squatted close to 1,000 with chains the other day, effortlessly. I'm talking past depth.
I saw that. I saw that video. Yeah. He's a strong cat.
You know what's the sin of it is, I got my wife. My wife said, listen, I want you to come see Rob lift. So Rob goes over there, squats it, right? I'm telling you, sinks it, jumps out of the hole like he was jumping a dunk of basketball. And my wife says, wow, that's the deepest, fastest squat I've ever seen. She looks at me and says, deepest. And I said, shit, you can't give me a hard time about that now, because she always does. But listen, man, first words out of his mouth, he saw it and he said, oh my God, get it for me. And I said, listen, I'll get it for you because I want him to squat the most anybody has ever done. We're going to say he's going after something big. He's that strong. But that's just here for now. We'll move on a little bit, all right? You keep talking, Donnie. We'll talk to him later about that bar too. But Roland, come on, give us some information. Tell us about your place, what you do for kids.
That's really, I'm trying to get kids into the sport. Power lifters, we get a bad stigma, like we're just meatheads. We're just in here clunking weight around, but people don't realize what it does to these kids' confidence. As a kid, I was a bully, you know what I mean? In hindsight, it was obviously the wrong side to be on. But my goal is to stop these kids from getting bullied. So if I hear these kids are in school causing a problem, there being a discipline issue, I won't allow them in my gym. I won't allow them in the class. Like, I'm not going to make stronger bullies. So my main
Wow,
focus
that's
is trying to,
good. That's cool.
I'm just trying to be the guy that I wish I had when I was their age. You know what I mean? So,
I'd love to hear it. That's why I want you on here, Roland.
Yeah, that's good stuff. But I tell you, you need to snatch those bullies up, and you need them in your gym because that's where you change their psyche.
Tell them about your thing.
And you know, I get it. I always say, bullying made America. You know what I mean? Like you know, coming from an environment, I grew up in a housing project, and you know, yeah, it's taken to the next level now with social media. So bullying is tenfold. It's like to the 10th power. So a lot of kids, like back in the day, you would write notes in the classroom, you throw it to a girl or whatever. And if something got out or somebody was bullying you, it would never got no farther than the classroom or maybe the school. Now, anything you do is instantaneously all over the world. So it's a different type of bullying that these kids have to deal with. But I always try to snatch those kids up, the kids with the aggression, because I never said there's bad kids. There's always kids in bad situations. You never know what that kid is going through at home. You know, he might, you know, have a father that's abusive, a mother that's abusive, a brother that's abusive, somebody. You never know the situation what they're dealing with. So sometimes, and I deal with them a lot. You know what I mean? I'm old school. When they get to the right age, I take them in the back room and we have a long conversation, either physical or mental. But I'm old school. You know what I mean?
I know.
I have guys 6'5" that I slap the shit out of in the section because that's what happened to me. You understand? And Skip, you know how you guys used to handle this back in the day, and that's what's needed. And you know, society ain't gonna save you. You know what I mean? I always tell parents and teachers, you know, when you create an environment, well, go tell the teacher. Or go tell, you know, when you're facing a life-death situation, and maybe not be life and death, you got to deal with it right then and there. You can't call somebody to save you. So, you know, bullies and guys that are getting bullied, I like to get them all in the same room and work it out. And you change their psyche in the midst of the training. And you're right. Powerlifting is the foundation to everything. You know, it's the bricks, it's what we lay. And that when you start kids young in that, it builds their self-confidence. And when you're strong and powerful, I always say they need to power lift and they need to learn a martial art. And then your self-confidence, you know you can handle, you know you're strong enough and you know you can handle yourself, then you don't have to worry about what anybody got to say. Because what you say don't make me shit. You understand what I'm saying?
right.
Say anything, as long as you don't come in this circle, I can't
touch.
touch you, I'm good. But if you get here where I can reach you, I tell them, take your fucking lights out. Put them to sleep first. Yeah, I'm not waiting for a conversation. I'm gonna knock your ass straight the fuck out.
There we go, Donnie. Pick it up, baby.
You know, nowadays they might pull a knife on you, and they might pull a gun on you. You know, I tell you a crazy story years ago. Remember the massacre at Sandy Hook when all those kids were murdered? My kids were my oldest was young. He was still in elementary school. So I go there and there's parents crying. Everybody's running to the school to get their kids. And as soon as I got to my kid, you know, everybody's, holding a kid. I said 30 plus kids were murdered today. And parents are looking at me like I'm crazy. That's the first thing I said to my kid. I take him home. I said, when you get to school tomorrow, you find you a safe place. You don't tell nobody about it. A closet, under a desk, you find. If they hit, you know, they had the shit where they say, Mr. Smith is in the building. Everybody huddle here and do this now, motherfucker. If you buy the exit, you hit the fucking exit. But I told him, you know, I keep it real with them. Another kid murdered all of these kids. And you have to deal with truth with these kids. You can't hide them and shelter them from society. This is the world that they're living in. So they have to be prepared for that. And I tell the principal, I tell everybody when they try to usher in this new politically correctness, nah, you know, this is what it is. You're not going to change my kid in the way I raised him just to fit into your societal standards. I don't stand for this shit, but you know, that's just me, you know. Like,
No, I hear you.
Shit that's going on now, you know, it's
crazy out there. I appreciate the perspective. I mean, it gives me some insight to put myself in the kid's shoes rather than remember where I came from, what got me here. I had to go through. I was that kid, so that's a nice light to put on for me.
All right, let's come. I want to get Phil on here because I'm going to make sure everybody gets in here. Phil, you ready, my brother?
Yeah, what do you want?
All right, what do I want?
Some
What do you want
history.
there?
I want a fucking 1,000-pound
like
squat. I want to
Phil's
fuck
already.
J-Lo. What the fuck? I can't have them both.
That's all right.
Go ahead, Phil. Tell us
Yeah,
about
go
the
ahead.
squat. Tell us what you do for squat, because I mean you're an older guy and you're I mean strong as shit. You know I mean come on, and you're also a lighter weight class. Well, how have you kept that strength for so long?
It's just starting out from an early age, you know, having the ligament and tendon strength. I started out when I was 12. Time I was 15, I was benching double body weight.
Wow.
I've just been doing it for a long, long time. Plus, you know, I'm built perfectly for the squat. I'm short and frickin' stocky, you know, tubby.
But I mean, okay, that started then. But I mean, like, how can you still continue? I have all these people tell me, "Oh, I hurt this, I hurt that." I can't.
Well, you know what? Since I stopped lifting heavy, I haven't competed in 8 years. Since I stopped lifting heavy, I feel more aches and pains. I mean, still lift relatively heavy, but when you stop is when it happens.
That's
Because
when
you get a little lazy.
Exactly.
You know,
That's exactly right.
that's the whole deal. When you stop is when you know, it's body in motion type thing.
I
Stop
agree.
training heavy, everything starts to hurt.
Use
Feel
it a
worse,
little.
you know?
I agree.
But what about, like, say, okay, let's talk about, is there anything you think you do different? Do you follow the conjugate method? Do you follow
I listen to my
RPE?
body. I tried doing strictly West Side for like, I don't know, 4 meets, and I bombed out of 4 meets in a row, just box squatting. And I
Right.
said, I can't do this. It's not working for me. So what I did is I just switched my box squat days, my speed day. Everything else is, you know, free squat.
Well, listen, I know that you have some students underneath you. I think Mike Skiba or Skip Skiba was under you, right?
Yeah, I got him up to an 800-pound squat.
Who's that, Mike or Skip?
Mike. Skip, I think we got to like 720. You know, me and Skip go back like training partners 40 years ago.
That's a Skiba. So that's why I make sure I get up there.
There you go.
Relative. I love the guys. They're good people.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
were
Mike's done that
right?
hell-bent,
Yeah, go ahead.
that hell-bent barbell. Mike has done a hell of a job bringing that gym up and around.
Yep. He has, he's really got a lot of equipment now. And his name of his people who got lifted up there is fantastic. And he's doing what I've done. And I feel.
Yeah, well, him and his fiance, man, are really taking that gym to like full circle. He's banging it out.
Yeah. Jenna.
Yep, they're
She's
doing a
also
great job.
World class WPO, both people WPO.
Yep.
Right? You know.
Yep.
I'm hoping to talk Phil into lifting in my contest, and I don't know what Josh is doing, but I like to try and get him, and of course Donnie's definitely going to lift it. I already got his application in.
Well, I'm done competing. I'm just, if anything, I'll do like an exhibition squat or something like that.
Okay, then if you do
That's
that,
about it.
maybe help me with some judging or something like that, because
Yeah,
I'm going to
something
put people in a chair that are real lifters. I don't want some guy that's like in some of these organizations. They're all book smart, and they think, well, you're 1 degree away from hitting parallel. Fuck that. I want people that are real lifters in there knowing it's so much blood, sweat, and tears in order to get to that contest and fucking make a lift. So that's what I want. That's my dream. Roland, you too, buddy. You better bring some people down. You know,
I got guys waiting for it.
all right, listen. I got people from Canada, and now I had my first person from India. I have to fill out some kind of like state report for them. So they're coming from all over. You know?
I'll be there.
Good.
And Donnie's going to be helping me with that, so I know he's going to help with different things there, like trying to make this like a real showpiece. And we're also in conjunction with Mr. America contest.
Yeah.
You know?
It's going to be a good thing, yeah, especially in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
You know, it's gonna a nice venue. You know what I mean? It's bringing it back. You know, it's going to be a good thing. You know, and powerlifting, we're on the upswing, man. It's our time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Finally, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's finally it's in the vogue.
The cream has risen to the top. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the wrong people are teaching. You got these CrossFitters that don't know shit.
Nah, you know.
How's that gonna play out, Donnie?
Well, see, there's everything is like,
Here's a politician. Go ahead, Donnie.
the thing is, you still have to look to the past. And the thing is, the guys that laid the foundation and started before this social media, the Instagram superstars and this, we train for the love of it. You know what I mean? We
That's
train
right.
because that's what made me me. You know what I mean? This is this is who I am. I didn't train for anything but that. You know what I mean? So I know what it's done for me. So now I'm trying to, reach back and being that this is the medium that we, I'm trying to get back that way and expand upon it.
Donnie.
Initially, I traveled all over, all over the country, on this side of the fucking hemisphere, and every fucking hardcore spot I could get into, I would get into. I would walk in a spot with jeans and a leather coat and look who's lifting the heaviest load. I come and I pull this. I say, excuse me, can I pull that? I go over there and squat that and then leave the motherfucking gym. They're like, who the fuck was that guy? You know what I mean? But that was how I would challenge myself when I would be on the road and stuff. I just walk in there, who's moving the most weight? I better put myself in that situation. Can I handle that? No warm up, just go and do it.
That is why this pandemic thing proved a lot to, I think, a lot of our people here, because when we're alone and there's nobody around, we're still training. These other people need somebody else to look around and see what they're doing, maybe take some video of them. Hell with that, man. I'm going to train no matter what. I don't care if there's no electricity or nothing. I used to train in front and next to a pot-belly stove because it would throw light and heat. And that's all I needed.
I got one.
That in the bar. That's right. That was last year.
Freeze the asses off.
Yep.
But it's all good, man. It is what it is.
It's all good.
It makes you, like I always say, limitation breeds innovation. You know what I mean?
I like that. You come out with a shirt with that.
Yeah, but it's only going to make you stronger. You know what I mean? It's either going to kill you or you're going to survive and get stronger.
Hey Phil, what's it like in Florida doing with all that heat? You guys,
I like
you
it,
have
man. I can't stand the cold anymore.
Can't stand the cold.
No, I can't. That's why we moved here. The fucking cold. My bones hurt. I go back to Connecticut or New York now in the winter. I'm freezing, boy. My blood's thinned out a lot. I like the heat.
I like the heat too, man.
Just have the fan going. The garage doors open all the time, and that's it.
Well, that's good. That's Roland. What about you? You have air conditioning in your gym?
It's there, but it don't work. I mean, it's hot in the summer. It's cold in the winter. We just get after it. I don't care.
Yeah, I understand that. Or listen, Josh lives up in New England, man. It's still probably 30 degrees up there.
We're training in a one-car garage in the back of my house on 1973 Jubenville equipment. You know that, so.
Oh, I love it, man. Well, listen, that's the best stuff. That's why when I go to Donnie's place, I'm talking, man. He got every piece of equipment. And some of these people might say, okay, it's not this year's kind of equipment. But I'm telling you, man, every single piece is like beautiful for real training. That's what people did to really train. He's over there. He got that vertical leg press. I wanted that so bad. I tried to talk that out of his gym in the worst way.
Was that the TK Star?
It's gold. What, Phil?
TK Star. Remember that inverted leg press?
Oh, that TK Star is a beautiful piece.
Freaking best one ever.
I got that old Jubenville one. I got to put lithium on it every couple of weeks or it fucking seizes up. So I know what you're talking about.
I'll call you right back, buddy. I'm actually doing a Zoom cast. Jack, I'm just doing a Zoom cast. I'll call you right back, buddy. All right? All right. Bye-bye. That was, that was Jack Deffler. You remember him, Donnie?
Yeah.
Strong motherfucker, man. At 181 pounds, he squatted 6 and benched 405. That's no gear, no nothing. That was a strong ass Marine.
Who was the kid from New York when Andre Malinichev was there? The kid, that powerful motherfucker. I mean, he was pulling like.
Oh, Sean Green.
That motherfucker.
That kid pulled 835 for like a triple.
Like,
he's one of the best deadlifters around. He wouldn't take. You know why? He loves the sport. Donnie, you'd love him, man. I tried to give him a few bucks because, he took a bus down there.
He traveled. Yeah,
he refused to take anything. You know why? He said, I love this sport. This is me giving back. I'll tell you something. That kid, Sean Green, I hope he sets a bunch of world records and somebody picks him up to, do sponsorship. Strong and
he was special. Character. Yeah, I always wanted, it's been, 2 years, right? 2 or 3 years?
Yep.
He's a special kid. Yeah.
So Donnie, you're the
You
leader.
guys up in New England, huh?
Go ahead, buddy.
Yep, Massachusetts. So when he was talking about Hellbent, we're not too far, probably like 2 hours away from them, but in the northern region, it gets a little cool up here.
You ever go down to Hellbent?
Yeah, I did the second meet they did that Hellfest before they moved to the current location they're at, but
They're a lot
gym,
bigger now.
people. Yeah. But good dudes, nice gym, really good atmosphere. You could tell they were, really into it. They were real power lifters.
They're
Right.
real power lifters. Shit.
Yeah.
Every single one of them moves some weight.
Yeah.
And look, my good friend Chris Delafave goes up there to squat, and I'll tell you, ever see how many chains that cat throws on? I mean, he's so strong that he took the Duffalo bar and squatted with it, and says that it really actually bent, but it was used. So that's a lot of weight. It was at least 1,300. Taking it out of the rack.
Well, they're training partners now. Him and Mike are training partners, I believe, right?
Yeah, yes, they are.
And I told Mike way back when, I said, your best coaches are your training partners. They know best.
Yep.
So.
Well, Chris really hit it off last time. He went and did, I can't remember what squat, like 11 something or 1105 or something like that, insane. Bench like in the sevens and deadlifted 895 like it wasn't there.
He's a 275er?
I think he kept his weight up. I think he was at 270, if I remember correctly. He'll correct me otherwise.
Now, he's a teacher also, right?
He's a teacher. He teaches business, but right now he's going to be a business administrator. That's what he's working on right now. Real smart dude. So, Roland, do you have any guys you want to talk about in your gym? Give them a little highlight.
I got one kid, state champ. Took him to his first meet. 13 years old. Took his wrestling record. He went from 11-0 at wrestling to 13-1 this season.
Wow.
Yeah, he was getting tossed around last year. This year he changed the game on him. So
Good for you, man.
yeah, a couple baseball players, football players. But yeah, the kid that got the state records, he's really the highlight of the group right now.
Good for you, man.
He's 13.
Yeah, 13.
Wow.
Well, you notice when you
well-
train,
You just started loading the lifts on him, or you've been training him?
No, it's been about a year now. So when he got here, he was a little chubby. Now he's like at a healthier weight, moving some weight around. He's got a 315 deadlift. He's looking for almost 200 bench. He's at 175 on bench now. That's for reps. He's doing 3x3, 175. And his squat needs a little bit of work. He's at 185 squatter.
Well,
But
listen.
yeah, I mean,
I always gauge the kids like, chronological age and biological age are different. So like a kid could be chronologically a certain age, but I wait to see the puberty kicking in, and then that's when you really rev them up. You know what I mean? But like before that, I'm real, I try to, hold them back a little. But once I see that shit kicking in, I call it the natural steroid. And then
I have a couple younger kids who are really getting out, like they're 8 and 9 years old, who I really got to pull them kids back. But
you
they're
gotta be careful. Yeah.
eager to get after it, but
Right.
you got to keep it light with them.
Right, definitely.
Phil, what
That's-
about you? Go ahead. Yeah, Donnie.
No, that's one of the things I always try to tell, especially younger guys, that always, I always err on the side of caution with kids. You know what I mean? And I always look, and people be like, is 13, 12. I said it depends on the individual kid, because the biological age and chronological age always matter.
There's been a couple kids we had to turn away for that reason, like they can't keep focused and they're going to cause a danger to themselves or the other kids.
Right. You can't have that, right?
Yeah.
You have to get them individual, time. You know what I mean? But,
Right. Friend, you're part of the team. You're part of the family. All right. Take care, brother. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye. One thing, that phone call left and right. Right, Donnie? You and me?
Yeah.
Listen, when I hear that stuff, Phil, do you have any younger athletes with your group?
We got
no,
5 minutes.
all my guys are like in their 20s right now.
Oh, that's perfect. That's all studs in, right?
That's the time.
I
right
had
there.
one guy in Harrison, New York, when I had my gym. He started out as a freshman. I think his squat he was a big kid. He was like 300 pounds. He was like squatting 335. His senior year, he squatted 655.
Wow.
Yeah. Made big, total turnaround.
There's a kid on the gram. He's, I think he's 17. he's moving like 800. I mean, he's young, but he's fucking power. I can't think of his name right now. He's on one of the powerlifting Instagram sites, but he's moving on.
Is it Hercules?
No, he's young, man. He's fucking strong as a motherfucker, man.
Damn.
Some serious.
I hate when they get that so young, man. We were those guys once too, man. But shit, right? Just keep moving on.
I wish they had, we videoed back then that showed.
I wish so too, man. I wish so too. But listen, you and I, all of us here, we have the opportunity to do some different things. Like you talk about with the youth thing. Donnie and I are really going to start promoting some meets. Josh, I hope you come down for some of them. Roland too, because we're going to do some stuff with kids too. Because he has a ton of people, has a ton of women, has a ton of young men. He just has. I mean, his gym is 3 floors of. I already told the IPA we're doing our next meet over there. We're going to do there, and then we're going to do at Nittany Barbell. We're going to do one up there. We're going to go visit my Charlie and Sella. So good people. They sent the love to you, Donnie.
Oh yeah, they got some monsters over there.
Yeah, they do.
And she's the shit. Charlie is the shit. She's definitely the quality, quality coach, quality environment. You know what I mean? You only breathe the best out of there. You can tell. You can feel it. You know what I mean? You can't fake it. You can feel it.
No, you can't fake it. She's telling me she's going to squat 6. She's already squatted the other day 500 for 5. That's pretty damn good. Really no, that's raw. That's
yeah, that's what I'm doing. 500 for 5. Doing something.
No son of a bitch. Her father was like a 600-pound bencher and 700-pound deadlifter, so she got good genetics.
They count me down 5 minutes. I got another fucking. What I got? Yeah, I'm about to run out of time. We started late today.
Oh, run out of time, baby?
Yeah, fucked up.
All right.
Well, yeah, I got a gym pool over here too.
Yeah,
so.
I got to do a Zoom class.
Yeah, listen, we're gonna get together. There's no reason why we can't do this a lot. I mean, get together with these guys because.
And Ski, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go visit everybody. We're gonna go on a gym tour. We're gonna see Cosm up there. We're gonna go check out Roland. We're gonna go see everybody. That's gonna be our thing. And we're gonna bring this shit to the forefront. You know what I mean? Like,
well, if I'm going to Florida, man, I'll tell you something. I am gonna go crazy. We better go for a week because I'm not gonna come back. My wife's gonna have to send the cops after me or something.
Listen, guys, I appreciate all you guys. I'm grateful for being part of this. Whatever you guys ever want to do, just reach out. Let me know how I can be part of it.
Bro, you have the best.
Yeah, we appreciate you, man.
We
That's where it's at. We need people like you. You are shaping young lives, man. That's what it's all about.
We're trying.
And
Don't
try and you do it. You do it.
Well, you know what? All the kids that you train, when you have them in your gym, if you have kids, I treat them like my own kids.
Oh,
if they need to be yelled at, yell at. If they need a hug,
I don't have kids, so I treat them like my kid. Like I don't tolerate anything from them that I wouldn't. I'm not gonna let kids just come in here and run amok. That's for sure.
Hell no. But they are your kids.
Right.
Whether you birth them or not, every damn kid you see, you come across, we are responsible for them. It's our responsibility always to take care of them. Before anything else, it's all about the kids. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
And I live by that. If somebody harm a kid, I'm gonna put them in the fucking ground. And I'm not a tough guy, but I that's the one thing I don't play. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
All the horrors I've seen, the one thing they're not, you cannot. No, hell no, never. You know what I mean? That's why much respect to all of you guys. You know what I mean? And that's my guru right there. He's the one that snatched me up when I was little. Motherfucker, come over here. This is what it is. And I got to thank him. You know what I mean?
You taught me so much now. I work with young kids and everybody else. I mean, he gives so much back to the community. It's crazy. All the guys here, I'm just like really. That's why I'm reaching out to you guys because I believe in what he did and what he does with kids and the community. And I mean, running these meets and stuff like that. And he just does that because, he likes what he's doing. That's what I'm doing. I'm coming back. I'm going to make some hell of a meets that really want to get involved.
It's payback, it's giving back to the sport.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
For a while, it almost died. Now, man, it's coming back like a motherfucker. I'm happy as hell, man.
The truth always shines through, always.
But a lot of new guys out there, they disrespect us old school guys, and they don't get it.
They don't understand it, and that's where it's our obligation to make sure they understand it.
To teach
lay
them.
a footprint, because without you guys, there's no us.
Yeah, right.
Without
Absolutely.
and you know, like the Paul Andersons of the world, like I always say,
Oh,
you know,
man.
it always starts with that, and you have to respect that. And they're counting me down. We got 2 minutes left, but that's what it's all about.
Well, you know what
And-
the whole thing is? I remember showing Lee Moran video to a couple young powerlifters in their 20s. And, you know, everyone's narrating it. Kurt Kowalski, Ricky Crane. I'm like, who's this guy? Who's that guy? I don't know. They don't know the history of the fucking sport anymore,
No.
which is horrible.
Well,
But-
we're the history.
because it's not sexy. It's not, you know, it's not sexy. You know,
You mean it's not sexy? You see me, right? I'm sexy.
you know, it's not cool and them got that drip. But we're gonna make it sexy. All
right.
We gonna make
How we
it.
doing time, Don? Normal done?
Yeah, we gotta wrap it up. Yeah, but it's a pleasure, gentlemen. Thanks for coming
Hey,
through.
Donnie,
And,
thank you.
We'll see you next week.
John,
pleasure
Matt,
meeting all you guys, and I can't wait to meet you guys in
and
person.
Phil. This is the first of many, all right?
Yes.
God bless you and stay well.
Okay, take care.
Take care. I want to see that bar.
Definitely.
Yep.
All right.
More
Yeah,
to
I wanna see
come.
that ball too.
West side, baby.